Education yang diselenggarakan oleh BCP.
Halo, saya Avindo dari Musya, salah satu peserta FHT Bali 2018. Untuk pameran kali ini sangat mendukung sekali untuk branding daripada produk saya. Jadi kalau untuk FHT berikutnya, mantap!
Kali ini udah tahun kelima ikut Food Hotel Indonesia, termasuk juga Food Hotel Tourism. Selama ini pameran berjalan dengan baik, kita dapat customer dan business connection yang baru terus. Luar biasa buat Pamerindo dan Food Hotel Tourism Indonesia. Thank you.
Pleasure here, and the entire setup and the trade event is really going well, and it's a pleasure for me to be here. It's for the first time and I'm coming from Malaysia, and thank you for hosting this.
Good morning and welcome to FHT Bali 2020 Virtual Indonesia Care Program. Where we will discuss CHSE Handbook and Protocol for Tourism Industries today. And I would like to say hello and thank you for those who are joining us via the Zoom application and also via the YouTube streaming channel. And for today, we will be discussing about the tourism industry, more to the CHSE Handbook and Protocol for Tourism Industries. Ladies and gentlemen, it is evident that the COVID-19 pandemic has given significant impact towards the tourism industry, especially for the industry of hotel, restaurant, and also cafe. And for today's discussion, for today's talk show, we will have a very interactive and a very interesting talk show where we have invited some of the renowned speakers to address issues on how the COVID-19 has impacted these sectors. And for today, we will have opening remarks presented by Ms. Nia Niscaya, the Deputy for Marketing from the Ministry of Tourism and Creative Economy of the Republic of Indonesia, and then followed by the talk show, which where we will have a discussion where we have speakers, very known speakers, from Mr. Joshua Simanjuntak, Senior Advisor to the Minister the Senior Advisor to the Minister for Innovation and Creativity, and also Mr. Chandra Negara, the Director for Interinstitutional Relation, Ministry of Tourism and Creative Economy. So without further ado, I will have Ibu Nia to give her opening remarks to open this event.
Akhirnya bisa, Bill.
Hello.
Ya, makasih Bill.
Hello, Ibu Nia. Yes.
Ya.
Okay.
Oke. Akhirnya.
Yeah.
So complicated. Saya gaptek, jadi mohon maaf.
Hello, Ibu Nia. How are you, Ibu?
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay.
Oh, kamu jadi ini ya?
Yeah, it's very nice to have you here.
Thank you. So
Yeah.
this must be delivered in English or in Bahasa?
So this event this talk show will be presented in English, Ibu.
Okay then. Is Bu Yuana here? Pak Joshua is here or okay?
Pak Joshua is here.
Okay, I'm ready. Thank you,
Okay.
Bill. Bill, but I think my time is only to open the event, yeah, because I have to join with other meetings, yeah. Even I have another one with the minister at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the floor is yours. I'll give you time to give opening remarks, and then after that, I will give the chance to Mr. Joshua to give more about to give his presentation. Okay, the floor is yours.
Thank you. So good morning everyone. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat pagi, Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, and salam kebajikan. First of all, I would like to thank to Pak Joshua who represent the Ministry of Tourism and Creative Economy. So I have to apologize to the organizer that I cannot be the whole event due to my another meeting. So thank you, Bill, for us being the moderator. I think I'm so happy. I'm so pleased to communicate again with Ibu Astrid, my old friend. She's the CEO of Pamerindo, and on behalf of Ministry of Tourism and Creative Economy, we really appreciate the effort has been doing by Ibu Astrid to keep continue the event despite what's happening at the moment. I think, ladies and gentlemen, everyone knows that a pandemic gave an impact to all sectors, including tourism and creative economy. And a pandemic has not ended yet, but we are facing in the challenging situation where we have to suppress the spread of COVID, but we have to keep the warmth of the economic machine. So for this situation that we have to face is we have to implement the health protocol. I think everyone knows already, but we have to keep reminding because that's the way how we balance or juggle the life at this moment. And with this event, I hope also Bali again can rebound first as a tourist destination in Indonesia for domestic and international tourists. The second thing that I would like to share with you that with the HUB protocol implementation, the Ministry of Tourism and Creative Economy has launched campaign that we call Indonesia Care. This is the effort to gain trust from the market, because with this campaign, it shows that all the health protocol is in place in all travelers' journey. So I hope during this great event, I would also like to share the information to all hotelier and restaurant being a part of our campaign program to get the certificate on Indonesia Care by registering to get the certificate. Please go to our website CHSE Charlie Hotel Sierra Echo .kemenparekraf.go.id. So please register. Your business will be a part of our program, and we use the independent auditor to assess actually your business, and we give the certificate with no cost at all, because the Ministry of Tourism will pay for it. Once you pass to get the sticker we call or certificate Indonesia Care, then we will amplify to the consumers that your businesses has implemented health protocol. This is like how do we say, like for us as a Muslim, if I go to the restaurant and I see there's halal sticker, then I feel comfortable. So I hope with this certificate Indonesia Care also will have the same impact like halal certificate or logo. I think that is my end remarks. Then with the Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, I would say that the exhibition on food, hotel and tourism Bali 2020 is officially opened, and I hope you have a great event and stay healthy. Thank you so much, Bill, and go back to you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you so much, Ibu Nia, for the very well opening remarks given to us. And it is so interesting to have that the Ministry of Tourism has provided this Tourism Indonesia Care campaign. And I really believe that this campaign is a really interesting one, and in which so many industries, tourism industries, restaurants can follow, and hopefully we can join, and so you can get your certificate.
Sure.
So it can like make more of the consumers will
gain trust.
Sure, yes.
And no cost at all from the industry.
At no cost at all. So it is a very good opportunity for all of you, the tourism industry over there. So thank you very much, Ibu Nia, for having your time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thanks.
Okay.
Thanks.
Yeah. Thank you. So back to our talk show right now here. So not to forget to mention that talking about the certificate, for those who have registered for today's event, follow us on Zoom. We will give you like a link so you can get your e-certificate. We will give you a link so you can get your e-certificate after the question and answer session is over today. So without further ado, right now we will just enter the talk show session where we have one of the speakers for today, Mr. Joshua Simanjuntak, as the speaker for today. I would just like to give a short introduction about him. So Mr. Joshua Simanjuntak acts as the senior advisor to the Minister for Innovation and Creativity. So his past experience includes the Deputy Chairman of Marketing for Indonesia Agency for Creative Economy, the Art Director of PT Wirasindo Santa Karya, the Principal Karsa Design Studio, Principal of Ziliad Industrial Design Studio, the Product Developer developer by Tom Dixon, and Mr. Joshua here has. Hello, Mr. Joshua. Yeah, you're with us.
Yes, I am.
Yeah. Hello, Mr. Joshua. How are you?
Hi. Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good. Hey, I'm just I saw Pa Chandra is already joining us here.
Oh yeah. Also, yeah.
Because
I also see.
my presentation will be explaining deeper of what Pak Chandra is going to present. I think so. If Pak Chandra can present his material first, that would be good. But otherwise, I can still continue sharing my presentation.
Okay. Let me talk. Hello, Pak Chandra. Hello, Pak Chandra. Pak Chandra.
William,
Hello,
Pak
Pak.
Joshua, Pak, I think it's okay, Pak. You can start your presentation. Then I will adjust. I will twist a bit to mine actually after your presentation. Please,
Okay. Yeah.
you may proceed, sir.
Okay. Either way is good. So
Okay.
back to you, Bill.
Yes. So thank you. And so Pak Joshua, thank you very much. And Pak Chandra, so we will have your presentation after Pak Joshua then. So discussing on today's talk, so we will have a discussion on regards to the Indonesian hotel and restaurant industry, where because of the COVID-19 pandemic has impacted or affected a lot. Based on the data which I received from the Indonesia Hotel and Restaurant Association, more than like 1,500 restaurants are closed, and more than 200,000 the employees of the restaurants and the hotel are, so they left unemployed. So this faced a very significant challenge towards the hotel and tourism industry, especially for the restaurant in Indonesia. So starting with the first question. So for today, we will be discussing about the CHSE, which stands for the Cleanliness, Health, Safety, and Environment. So my first question to Pak Joshua, maybe, or Pak Joshua, maybe you want to share first about your presentation before I move to my question.
Yes, of course. Okay, let me share my presentation. So it's just a short presentation actually. Okay, so is everyone can see this? Yeah. So, well, good morning, probably afternoon in some other places. So I will share my thoughts or talk about this. What we have is CHSE, which stands for Clean, Health, Safety, and Environment Protocols. So as part of our support for the tourism industry, especially with the restaurant and hotel industry, we issue what we call the handbook or of the protocols for this clean health, safety, and environment. It was released about 2 or 3 months ago. Yes, and I would share a few notes of what I have seen throughout this during this pandemic on the practice of these protocols. That's why with Pak Chandra presentation is actually explaining about what the protocols are. But however, anyway, I will share with everyone about this the protocols. So, why do we need this CHSE protocols? What's so important for the businesses? Well, basically, this during pandemic, everyone seems lost trust. You need to feel safe in public places. Well, restaurants, hotels, one of those public places where the business is actually rely on public coming into the places, to our places, to the restaurants, to the hotels. Now, we need to gain trust. Otherwise, meaning trust, meaning like, look, my place is safe. But how do you gain? How do you show that you do the your place is actually safe? Of course, by doing these protocols, these clean, health, safety, and environmental conscious protocols. So that's one point is to gain trust, from visitors. Once they have trust, of course, your business will get the will get you will get visitors. Your restaurants will have guests coming into your restaurants, meaning like you have business. Then with applying these protocols, of course, your business will be more competitive in comparison with other who doesn't practice the protocols. Of course, if I have to go to one restaurant which doesn't have any protocols of clean, health, and safety, I would not go there. I would choose the other place which run the protocols. And of course, it's not only for the people outside. If we do the protocol, especially this is for the business owners, it gives assurance not only for the visitors, not only from the people outside, but also for the people who works for your business, right? They would like also to feel safe. I believe employees as well have to feel that they have trust in the place where they work. If my workplace doesn't apply the protocols, of course I will be exposed, or I will not feel safe, right? So this is give assurance that your employees, you are safe working for my business. Of course, by having these protocols implement in your businesses, it will increase the quality of your business management. Um, you know, um, uh, these protocols will help you to move forward your business. So your quality of your business management in parallel to it will increase. So that's the reason why we have to implement this CHSE protocols. Now, this is my notes. SOP. This is very, very important that once you have this protocol, this handbook, making it as part of your SOP, you have to make sure that this CHSE protocols is being implemented accordingly. If before, I'm pretty sure before this pandemic, nobody used these protocols. When people comes in, you have to check their temperature and ask them nicely to wash their hands, have the hand sanitizer as part of the health, and wear the mask, and so on. Now you have to put this as a part of your SOP, not only just giving out the handbook, to your employee, but making sure this is how we do business here. This is our SOP. My second, be updated. Now, this cleanliness, health, safety, and environment sustainability handbook, we call it as a living document. As everyone would understand or know that this pandemic is so dynamic, is so the next suddenly tomorrow, there would be something new, right? Well, we all hope that there will be news that okay, today we will have the antivirus, the antidote, everything will be finished. Even if that, meaning like you have to be updated. So you need to make sure that your business is updated with the latest information and instructions from the government. Let's say, for example, in Jakarta, we have what we call the I don't know what they call it, the PSBB, lockdown, for example, as lockdown. If you're not being updated, I mean, your business is just open as usual, and suddenly you see like, why is everyone is not around, and then your neighbor will say, hey, it's lockdown, the second lockdown today, I think you will feel like being a fool, I think. Yeah, so being updated. Now, my third one, train your employees. This is very important to train your employees to implement these protocols, and not only themselves to comply to the protocols. Now, I have seen this. I've seen this even in Bali. I have seen this when I go to a restaurant. I've seen some, guests just like myself visiting a restaurant, and I see some other visitors, fellow who's in the restaurant, and they're not wearing mask, and I've seen uh, the the employee, the staff, or the waiter or the waitress is hesitate to to talk to them, to ask them to wear their mask or to distance themselves. You know that we have what you call it, the rules of 1 meter or 1 to 1.5 meters distance between one and others, and also wearing mask. Now, it is very important to have your employees the right attitude. I've seen some I don't know how to say this, but the way you tell people is very important. To tell them, even as simple as like to tell them to wear the mask, is very important. Let me give an example. If you are sitting down and then you forgot to wear your mask, and then in a restaurant, and then somebody from the restaurant will say to you, oh, sorry, sir, or ma'am, according to our restaurant rules, according to our restaurant rules, you have to wear your mask, or otherwise you have to go, in comparison with, okay, ma'am or sir, our restaurant is not 100% free of the virus, like any place anywhere else. There is a potential of virus coming into the restaurant. I think it is best for you to wear your mask so that you will be safe. So if you wear your mask, you will be safe, and you will be okay. Now, those are the two ways of saying wearing your mask. But then you have to train your employees to have a gesture, the right gesture to approach your guests in your restaurants, um, because this is a very sensitive area. I mean, I've seen so many so many videos in YouTube. You know, um, people are just being sarcastic or doesn't want to wear their mask and being angry and so on. It's just because they've been asked in the wrong way. Now, my next one is have a clear written instructions. There's no harm to put written instructions everywhere as part of your restaurant's interior, you know, of your restaurant interior. Make it nice, you know, make it part of your restaurant design. You know, you have you can have a nice graphics on the floor to indicate, you know, to indicate how far is 1.5 meters and so on. Be creative with the written instructions, and I think your guest would be very appreciative with all these creative ways of saying, please wear your mask. So if you wear your mask, you're protecting yourself, everyone will be happy and so on, you know. um, that's the next one. Simulation, you know, nobody ever have this situation. So it is very important to train your employees with simulation in the case of emergency. You know, you can ask, maybe today you have a case. Does anybody knows in your restaurant or in your hotel how to deal if somebody is actually um, uh, have an emergency in regards with the COVID? What to do, you know? And also part of the simulation, make sure that there is somebody, there is one person, sorry, not somebody, there is one person, or well, it depends on your business. If you have a large business, hundreds of people working for you, you need to have a team. You need to have a team that's able to handle the situation. But if you run, let's say, a small restaurant, at least one of your employee understand how to deal with the situation, and you as a business owners, um, please do the simulation. You know, once a month is fine. You know, like a fire drill. At least somebody knows what to do if there is an emergency. And the sixth is coordination. This is the last one. Make sure you have an intensive periodic coordination with the local health authority. You know, make sure that they know that your business is within their range. So if there's anything happens within your business, they can lend you a hand, they can help you, they can assist you, they can support you, because you have periodic coordination with them. If you never contact them, if they don't know you, you know, of course they will treat you if there's anything happens. But again, having introduce your business and talk with them periodically doesn't mean like every day, you know, but not even every week, but at least twice within once every 2 weeks. just send your employee to talk to them and say like, look, you know, so far so good. There's no case in our business, and I'll see you in 2 weeks time. You know, I think this little gesture will take you far. Okay, I think those are the notes that I would like to share with everyone here, and I hope this will be useful for everyone. Thank you.
Well, such a comprehensive presentation, Pak Joshua. Thank you very much for the presentation, and
Yeah.
thank you for the 6 notes for the CHSE protocols which you've given. And maybe because you have a limited time until 11, I guess. So
Yes. I
maybe,
think I can stay a little bit longer. Don't worry.
Okay.
Yes,
So
but if I have to go, I'll, please allow me to leave the talk. Yes.
Okay. So maybe before I proceed to Pak Chandra, I'll just have some question for you. Is it okay for you? So during this pandemic, or during this time, this difficult time, what are the difficulties or what are the challenges from the government side which you found where regarding on socializing this CHSE protocols towards the industry? What are the challenges? What is the most difficult thing you need to overcome in order to socialize this CHSE protocols?
Yes. There are these challenges. Really, is to, I don't know what's the word, is to uphold these protocols. So these protocols is not backed by law. It's not a crime if you don't comply to the protocols. So because of that, we rely on everyone's conscious, yes, to comply to the protocols. And then the difficult part is if a government, let's say a government have, I don't know what they call it, Satpol PP, right? To what is menegur, ya? To tell a business
To reprimand
nor
or to tell
yes
them,
yes, normally that will create friction, and there is no punishment as well. There isn't any punishment. Well, the only punishment is that you get the virus. Right?
Okay. Yeah.
And then that's the difficult. Now we also, as a human being, let's say for example a restaurant that for the 8 months nothing happens, people get relaxed. People start not washing their hands regularly. Employees maybe start like taking off their mask because it's not comfortable wearing mask and so on. And then it's very difficult to uphold the standard of this the implementation of the protocols. Now if the government intervene with authority, with punishment system, that also does not work. So that's the challenge. That's the challenge. The challenge, which means that the challenge is that, okay, in one way, it is difficult, but possibly it's impossible really to put this as a law with punishment, like a crime. If I don't wear my mask, I get punished or I get penalty and so on. again, that's very difficult because you have to create a framework, you know, how to do the punishment, how to collect the penalty, and who's doing the penalty, and so on and so on. And that's one thing. And then the other one is that we have to rely on everyone's consciousness to wear the mask. Now that's also very difficult because we're relying on everyone's own decision whether they would like to comply or not, you know. So those are the challenges I think that the government facing. So the government put like right in the middle, you know.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, so from your answer, I can just suggestion that the challenges mostly is because of this protocol is not, you know, like some kind of like clearly enforced or like clearly.
Yes, yes, exactly.
Yeah, that so many of the industry or so many of the consumer, they just like do based on their consciousness, and then when the thing gets starting to like there's like some contradiction or like some problems happen, then the punishment also is not clear, and then
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. So
Then we have to rely on the business owners. You know, for example, like in a restaurant, you know, I think it's the business owners that can help to implement these protocols. If everyone is kind of like you know, apa namanya itu not wearing and so on, is the business owners have to do it themselves with the staff. I mean, rather than we wait for the Satpol PP or, you know, to go and to tell them wear your mask or we're gonna penalty you and so on. And actually, sorry, I forgot. Actually, businesses can get penalty. Sorry, I forgot. Businesses can get penalty if the Satpol PP find out that there is a protocol not being implemented in the businesses. You know,
okay.
I think there's a penalty, or I don't know how much is that, 10, 20 million or something like that.
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah, I think and also it varies depending on the regions, which regions you are.
Yes,
I think so.
yes,
yeah.
Yes, but again, you know, so many of them, it's so difficult to get everyone, you know.
Yeah.
Every
So
businesses monitor every businesses.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Pak Joshua, for your presentation also. And maybe next we can move to Pak Chandra. Pak Chandra, you're over there?
Yes, of course. Pak Willy, can you give me 5 minutes? So I will join from my room. I just arrived at the office, and I'll move to my room. I'll go up there, and I'll join you in 5 minutes.
Okay, sure, Pak Chandra. So I will just go with Pak Joshua and then move to you.
Pak Jos. Okay. Another 3 minutes, Pak Jos.
Thank you so much, Pak. Okay.
Yes, no problem. Yes. One of the thing, maybe we can just talk. One of the thing that came to me every time that I observe, you know, every time, because I did also become part of the team that create these protocols, but for the creative sector. And then culinary is one of the sectors that I get involved. So I keep observing how these protocols is being implemented. Now, the only thing that came to my attention is a way of a gesture of how one person telling the other of applying the protocol. As simple as please wearing your mask. You know, even as simple as that could create friction, could create argument. You know,
Exactly. Yes.
I think it is very important for business owners to really train your staff how to communicate that nicely. You know,
Okay. Yeah.
sometimes please is not enough.
Yeah.
As I said before, you know, maybe if you say like, look, you know, our restaurant is not 100% proof of virus. You know, this is not a virus-free. Virus are everywhere, you know. But I think if you wear your mask, you will be safe. And I've seen some staff come to me and say like, sorry sir, you know, our protocol, you have to wear the mask, and I have to ask to uh, to leave if you refuse to wear your mask.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, there's two ways to communicate the same thing.
So two-way
Yeah,
communication is very important for this matter.
yeah,
Where
yeah,
yeah. So also like the cleanliness or like the clarity of the how the protocol is taken care is very
exactly.
important. Yeah. And also I think it is also important for the law enforcer. In this case, the municipal police or so-called the polisi pamong praja. In
Yeah,
order,
yeah,
yeah,
Pamong Praja, yes,
yes, so in order to prevent the further problems for the future.
yes, exactly,
Okay,
exactly.
and I
Okay,
believe
Pak Chandra is
Pak
here.
Chandra is already at his office right now, and maybe a short introduction about Pak Chandra here. Pak Chandra is the director for interinstitutional relation, Ministry of Tourism and Creative Economy. So his past work, including the Minister Counselor for Economic Republic of Indonesia in Ottawa, Canada, Director for the First Secretary Counselor for the Republic of Indonesia in Washington, the United States of America. And he graduated from the Bachelor of International Relations from the University of Ireland, and also a Master of Global Management and Development from the Antwerp University or RUCA, Belgium. Hello, Pak Chandra.
Siap. Siap Pak William, kami siap. I'm ready.
Yeah, Pak. Okay.
May I take the
Thank you,
floor
Pak
now?
Chandra. So, yes, you can take the floor now, and the floor is yours, Pak.
Thank you, Pak William, Pak Joshua. Thank you very much, the organizer, for having this, for having me in this very important forum. It is a very important one since at least I saw more than 300 participants joining this webinar, and it is a very timely webinar because, as you all may aware, we are now working very hard to promote the protocols of clean health, safety, and environmental sustainability, or CHSE. If I may recall what Joshua has presented earlier about how to implement all these protocols, I want to have to bring before the attention of the participant of this webinar the a little bit different perspective on the protocol of CHSE. The most important lesson that we learn from this pandemic actually in Indonesia, I believe most of you has been aware of that we have been working on the development of tourism industry for the last, let's say, 15 years or so, 15, 20 years. We have witnessed the development of new tourism destination in many parts of Indonesia, not only by government. The government itself, for example, has initiated several initiative programs or strategy to invite more and more tourism movement or to promote further development of tourism industry in Indonesia, either by promoting domestic tourism, so promoting people to move. Remember, maybe 15 years ago, when the government has a strategy of putting together several holidays and then make it a long weekend so people can move from one part of Indonesia to another, like under President Megawati, I think. And then after that, we can see how the private sectors, especially developing new tourism attractions in even small cities, like for example in small cities of Kediri in East Java, how they develop the Mount Kelut as a tourist attraction, and then at the small city they have water boom. They're inviting people, and then the second example is how the government has initiated program to develop 10 new Balis, right? 10 new Balis from Bromo, Tangger, Semeru, Borobudur, Toba, Derawan, Morotai, and so on and so forth. And then lastly is how the government developed the 5 super priority destination or destinasi super prioritas, DSP in Indonesian language. But one thing that we can see, or we as tourists or other tourists see, is the lack of how to put it, the lack of I'll use Pak Joshua word then, the conscience of people to go along with a protocol that has been set up in promoting the tourism development. We have in Indonesia Sabta Pesona, the 7 principle of tourism. We can see over there is a beauty, there is a cleanliness, right? There is the issue of safety as well, but in the issue of cleanliness, for example, the awareness of people, including the organization of the tourist attraction or destination, is a little bit low. We have to admit that. That's the most important thing. We have to admit that. That is one of our weakness. There is here we are in a Ministry of Tourism and Creative Industry, was a little bit, how to put it, embarrassed actually when a couple of months ago the minister shared a story of him and Pak Luhut, Minister of Coordinating Minister for Maritime and Investment, when they traveled to the North Sumatra area, and when both ministers wanted to answer their natural call, they wanted to go to the toilet, so they made an unplanned stop to a toilet on their way to certain destination, and to their surprise, the toilet facilities was not does not meet the standard that a tourist destination should have. It's smelly, there is no water running, and so on and so forth. This kind of thing, this kind of phenomena can be found in, sadly or unfortunately, in many destinations in Indonesia. That is why the perspective I want to inject here is that the CHSE protocols actually is a re-emphasize the necessity for all tourism destination in Indonesia to once again uh, 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 apply or implement the standard that has been there. The only thing that is new in the CHS is the component of health. In a Sabta Persona or in the seven principle, this component of or this factor of health has not been addressed yet. Next, can we go next? Okay, this is the guideline, the CHS protocols and guideline. You can see these protocols and that we set up is dedicated are dedicated to business owner or management, employee or local guide, travelers, tourist, customers, local government, association, related profession, and tourism activator and aware group. We regulate business, employer, facility, management, tourist traveler, visitor, customer, as well as employee, local guide, and workers. The thing that we can see here is that we cannot implement those protocols without the involvement or of those or all of these components. Or perhaps, if I may put here, is that we have to involve collaboration and cooperation among all stakeholders or the pentahelix. The government, when the government after publishing these protocols, they cannot, of course, or they don't have the ability to observe, uh, to check how people or how tourism destinations or how hotels observe all those protocols and guidelines. We need inputs, we need people, we need media, we need people from the university, the academician, we need association, we need the industry to give us inputs. Because perhaps we need to make some adjustment to the protocols. Like Pak Joshua mentioned, this is a living document. So there might be adjustment that we have to do in the future. The can you go next, please? Okay. The protocols that we have published so far consist of 8 protocols or 8 books that you can download freely from our website. It's concerning homestay, tourist attractions, restaurants, golf courses, hotels, mices, rafting, and diving. That's the sectors that we have published. I believe that we are working now still on several others. Distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen, friends, as part of this, one thing that I need more is that all of those books are actually has been endorsed by the United Nations World Tourism Organization or UNWTO. There is a letter of the Secretary General of the UNWTO that endorse all of these protocols and guidelines books. And then lastly, what I want to put here is that we at the Ministry of Tourism and Creative Economy has also established a system of certification. Next. Okay. This certification process is a way a mechanism at the ministry to grant certificate to tourism businesses, other related business or facilities, the community environment and tourism destination that they really meet, they have met all the requirements, all the uh, 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 um, elements of CHSE in their establishment. So we give them certificate that can guarantee to tourists and the public that the product and services provided in the tourism destination or tourism facilities or tourism offices have met protocols for hygiene, health, safety, and environmental sustainability. This last one is the thing that we have to take to start to take into consideration environmental sustainability because the pandemic the changes of the current how to put it stakeholders of tourism industry in Indonesia, we have to implement those protocols strictly. Why? Because it is one of the things that will make us competing. It is that will increase our competitiveness vis-a-vis other countries or other destinations. After the pandemic, I believe, or what I mean by after the pandemic is that perhaps we have when after we invent after we have the vaccine and so on and so forth, all the tourism destination, all the tourism, all countries in the world, they will promote heavily their tourism industry because the contribution of the tourism industry to their national economy is so huge. In Indonesia, 13 million of people directly involved in the tourism industry. And indirectly, we have 32, 34 million people. That's a lot of people, right? It's a big number. So we have to implement them if we want to compete, if we want to win the competition in the future. Thank you very much, Will.
Thank you very much, Pak Chandra, such a comprehensive presentation which you have given for us today. So, summarizing from your presentation, that we need to re-emphasize once again, especially the health issues to our already present the 7 principles regarding tourism here. And also that we need to remind that the CSHE currently is a very dynamic protocols in which we need to renew every time, and it is really needed that the cooperation between the government, the industry, the media, the academic also, the pentahelix is really important on this matter. And Pak Chandra, I really want to give some question, Pak, about what do you think is the most for you the most challenging part on the socializing this CHSE protocols for the tourism industry?
Thank you very much, Pak William. Well, a lot of challenges, I think,
Yeah.
right? But what is the most important thing is that first it's not the challenge, is the how we the advantage of our technology now. We can use our social media, we can use all the electronic communication facilities that we have to promote it. But still, we need to work harder because we have to take into consideration the vast territory of we have in Indonesia. That's the first. The second one is the human resources that we have in tourist industry, because not only people who has been trained in a tourism institution or tourism school, because it involves also our colleagues, the tourism industries workers that maybe is not fortunate enough to enjoy all the education facilities. One thing that perhaps I can share here is that the challenge that we have to implement all those while also increasing the capacity of the human resources and tourism industry in Labuan Bajo area. In Manggarai Barat, out of 340,000 workers, 70% of them does not graduate from elementary school. It's a big challenge, Pak. Like Pak Joshua mentioned, the important thing is how to simulate the protocols, right? How to put, Pak Joshua put it very rightly, how to meet all those challenges, especially with the implementation of the protocols on the ground.
Okay, Pak. Very well thought. So the implementation is very important in this matter. And with that, now we are moving to the question and answer session. So we have quite some questions here given by the participants today. Well, I'll just try to sort them one by one and to give them to the speakers. Maybe I'll start first with Pak Joshua. The first question here is from Ms. Ratia Stuti. So, dear Mr. Joshua, I'm Rati from Pelita Harapan University.
Yeah.
I have some questions for you. Should all the tourism industry apply for the CHSE certificate in this pandemic? How long the process to the process to release of the certificate? Okay, thank you. So
okay.
Asking, yeah.
Yes, I can answer the first one, but the time, I think, William, you know better than I do. Yes.
Okay.
The first one, yes, I totally agree that. I mean, to answer, yes, all those businesses, which also the one that mentioned by Pak Chandra, from the hotels down to diving activities, all should apply the protocols. Basically, the basic things that we need to understand is that these protocols not made for government, is made for everyone, for me, for my son, for everyone, because these protocols is a guidance for you, for everyone, to be protected. So anybody knows what they need to do. If I'm a business owner, what should I need to do to make sure that my business is actually safe? For me, as a visitor to a restaurant, or if I go diving, what do I need to do? So it is really for us. It's not like, oh, I'm in a business of bicycle renting. Do you think I need to apply CHSE? It's not about the business. It's, do you want to survive? There's a question. Do you want to save? Do you want to be safe?
Yeah.
That goes without, that goes without saying. That's what people say. That goes without saying. Yes, you do. Oh, I'm in the business of selling fruit outside the hotel. Do I need to? You know, yeah. Again, back. You know, you don't have to ask permission. It's for your own benefit, really. We just give the guidance to help you to understand more what needs to be done. You know.
Okay, thank you very much for the answer, Pak. So
Now
yeah,
the second question is about how long. I'm not. Maybe Pak William can help me with that.
okay. Because I will also like need further information on that. I think we'll get that soon. But so basically here from the question we can summarize that CHSE is very important because we just need to keep in mind that this protocols is not made only for the industry, not only made for the one party, but also this is for everyone in mind, so that everyone can survive, can go through this difficult time. Yes, and also like to ensure.
Yes. All I'm saying is that because there are different books. Tadi Pak Chandra say homestay, diving, golf. We just indicate because they're specific. You know,
yes.
it's not that oh my business is not listed. Oh, I'm free of not doing protocols. It's not like that. You know, so we need to make sure we understand about this. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. And go on to the next question, Pak. So we have here a question from. Sorry. This is quite a long question actually, but maybe you can answer it one by one, Pak. So this is from Kevin Ramandika Arumbina. So, Assalamualaikum. My name is Kevin from Semarang. He's asking in Indonesian. I'll try to translate that. So the first question is: every workers in the hospitality, food and beverage products and services is expected to own qualification or certification of HACCP and CHSE. So how to get that certificate? Through training or through seminars? Yeah, maybe you can answer it one by one. And then the next question is whether there's like a level of expertise or competency in this HACCP and also CHE for workers in the field of hospitality, food, beverage, products, and services. So those are the questions, Pak. Maybe you can answer it the first question first.
Hold on. What was it again? Sorry.
So yeah, how to get the CHSE certification? Is it through training or through seminars? And is there like a level of expertise for this CHSE and competency?
Yes. As far as my understanding, the I think the government, I think the Kementerian Pariwisata dan Ekonomi Kreatif is actively doing the socialisasi through webinars. Then after the socialization, you will get the certificate, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. So
yes,
yeah,
I think Pak Frans or Ibu Nia from the Kementerian Pariwisata Ekonomi Kreatif, they have more precise, their team have more precise information.
Yeah. I think also Ibu Munia has mentioned earlier that all participants can log on to chse.kemenparekraf.go.id in order to obtain this certificate.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, and we're moving to next question. This is from Mr. Maulana. Mr. Maulana asking for Pak Chandra here. So, dear Mr. Chandra, I'm Maulana from Palembang. I have some question. Is there a personal certification for CHSE or only for business industry? So, Mr. Maulana is asking here, is there's like a personal certification for CHSE instead of like for business industry as whole?
If I, Pak William, can you please repeat the question? Because
Okay.
I didn't get the first part.
Okay. So this question comes from Mr. Maulana from Palembang. So I have some question. Is there a personal certification for the CHSE or only this certification of CHSE intended for business industry? So for like let's say for company, for personal certification.
Well, if I understand the personal certification industry, of course, right? The
Yes.
tourism industry. But if I understand well, the what Pak Maulana defined by personal institution, or what was this, personal business, I think it covers both of them, because that is if I understand how Pak Maulana defined by personal. It's just like a small business owned by a person, right? With
Yeah.
let's say
Small medium
UKM,
enterprises.
small and medium sized enterprises that has that employ only 2 or 3, for example. Yes, of course, if they want, they may apply for that. They may apply for the CHSE certificate, because it is part of the big picture of we of a big campaign by the Ministry of Tourism and Creative Economy that we call I Do Care, or Indonesia Care. You know,
Yeah.
part of the I Do Care, we have a CHSE certificate. This we implement the spirit of I Do Care.
For your answer. Now
Will, we are losing you, Will. Your internet is not stable, I think.
okay. Okay.
Now it's good.
That's good. That's good.
That's good. Okay. Sorry about that. So there's this question. Actually, this is not a question, but this is like a kind of like a statement. This is from Mr. Ignatius Joko Prasetyo. So I'm Ignatius Joko from MNC Group, GMFNB. In order to catch international clients, we need to ensure our restaurant or hotel in compliance with health protocol. This is not only the plan, but interactive supervision from our government. We need to start actively encourage our government parties to walk around, educate, remind, and punish if necessary. In the U.S., they have CDC department involved and have USPH, the U.S. Public Health Agent, to supervise and monitor the F&B outlets, including vessel and airlines. So I would like to know, Pak, maybe from both of you, who do you think, like, or do we already have this active from the government who can like remind and punish if necessary, if there's like a violation towards this implementation of the CHSE protocols? Maybe I'll start with Pak Chandra.
Well, it's a good suggestion, but yeah. Will, I was losing you for the last part. Can you repeat, like, let's say 20 second, the last 20 second?
Okay, yeah. So Pak, from Mr. Ignatius here, he mentioned that in the U.S., United States, they have CDC department involved, actively involved, and have the USPH, U.S. Public Health Agent, to supervise and monitor F&B outlets. And whether, let's say they have like, okay.
I think you're breaking up, Will.
Okay.
Yes.
Can you hear me clearly now? Okay.
Now it's much better. Yes.
Okay. I'm so sorry about that. Should better. Okay. So I'll just try to mention again. The question is from Mr. Ignatius Joko from NNC Group. In order to catch international client, we need to ensure our restaurant or hotel in compliance with health protocol. This is not only the plan, but interactive supervision from our government. We need to start to actively encourage our government parties to walk around, educate, remind, and punish if necessary. In the US, they have CDC department, which involves and have the USPH, the U.S. Public Health Agent, to supervise and monitor F&B outlets. The CHSE violation, they will remind and punish if necessary. Do you think, Pak Joshua and Pak Chandra, who is like the most appropriate party to take this action from the government side? Maybe I'll start with Pak Chandra.
Okay. Yes, Pak Willy, I fully understand the question now. Yes, it is. Indeed, we have to do that. We have to have ways and means to implement all those, not only protocols, but also regulation. Pak Joshua mentioned earlier in his presentation on the necessity to enforce all the regulation and protocols. But actually, we have done that. The authority to implement all those protocols and regulation actually does not lay on the central government or Jakarta or ministries. It lays down there at the regional level. That's in a kabupaten, kota, or in province. I think it's kabupaten and kota because of the autonomy.
Kabupaten kota.
Maybe if we go to restaurant in many cities or including in Jakarta, actually they have to apply for a permit, and they have to have a kind of certificate of sanitary and phytosanitary from the dinas. What is dinas in? From dinas kesehatan, the local health institutions.
Local health authority, local health
office, Pak.
Okay.
Office, yes, local health office, yes.
Local health office or local tourism offices. They have to have that kind of certificate. You can see if you go to restaurant in Solo, in Semarang, Surabaya, you will see how they put their certificate on the walls, on their wall, the restaurant wall. And I have heard, actually, I have been informed that several local authorities, like in Solo and Yogyakarta, they have a kind of trainings for restaurants owners on the health and sanitation, but they cannot cover a lot of restaurants because the limited in their resources. We at the ministry, we assisted the offices of tourism in Yogyakarta and Solo for this kind of training. It's a technical guidance for them to all of the to 100 or 200 restaurant owners, and then that's also the thing that we have been doing. But still, of course, because of the so many problems, so many challenges we have here in Indonesia, we cannot work as diligently or as thoroughly as our counterparts in the United States. You know, the law enforcement is one of the problems that we have in this country, in our beloved country. Uh, I don't want to name activities, but sometimes we have the protocols, but we just break the protocols. We have the law, we just break the law, and we can go unpunished. Like Pak Joshua mentioned, we have to be fined. One restaurant that perhaps here that we can find. I think there must be a regulation uh, that is that aims to make a restaurant very clean, very hygienic, and so on and so forth. But there is no such kind of punishment, or there is no such kind of law enforcers to find a restaurant uh, uh, that has been reported uh, the existence of rat, for example, in Indonesia. In Europe, in the United States, the restaurant will be closed, but not here, right? Because there is no such kind of there is there is the regulation, there is the law, there is the process, but we need more resources to do that. That is my answer, Pak William. Maybe Pak Joshua can add more on that.
Okay, thank you so much, Pak Chandra. And for your answer, maybe yeah, the lack of resources, that's the main hindrance of this enforcement on CHSE. And by the way, Pak Chandra, I believe you'll be leaving us because of you have some online, another online meeting, yeah? Okay, so Pak Chandra, thank you very much for your time, for your thoughts here, and we wish you success, and we wish that your or what you shared can be very useful for us. Thank you so much, Pak Chandra.
Thank you very much, Pak William. Thank you, Pak Josh. Everybody,
Okay.
thank you very much.
Yeah, Pak Chandra. Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
bisa foto dulu, katanya bisa foto dulu.
Foto. Okay.
Okay, let's take picture.
Good.
Okay.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay. Okay, I think this is the end, yeah? William?
So,
Yes?
yeah, so very interesting talk, and very,
Yeah.
I think we can like go for long, but unfortunately we only have time until 11:30 for today. And but
Yes.
just maybe just one more question. Is it can you still possible? Is it still possible for you?
Okay, 11:30, I have to go.
Yeah.
Is another
Okay.
meeting, Prarakornas is waiting.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. So just like one more question. Is there any
Yes, sure.
plan
Go ahead.
from the government to put this health protocol not only for the industry but also to socialize it in the school or college?
Yes, I think that would be possible, especially in the tourism. I mean, in this case, the Minister of Tourism and Creative Economy, of course, although like it's not my authority, but I would say in colleges, in the tourism colleges and school, this is very important to address, to be to socialize in the level of academic school, yeah, colleges, or the I think there is a SMK pariwisata, yes, tourism SMK. I think that is a good idea. And I think, William, you can put a note and give to the deputy that deals with this.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much, Pak Joshua. So
Good
this
question.
is has a very, very interesting session we have here. And thank you for all the participants. And please don't forget after this question to fill in the link, and then you can get your e-certificate. And maybe we can have like a photo session. So I kindly ask for all the participants to open their camera, and then we have like a photo session together. Okay. Okay. maybe the host can take the picture. Okay. So thank you very much. Thank you very much, Pak
Thank
Joshua,
you.
for having with
Thank
us
you.
today, and
Stay
thank you
safe.
for all the thank you for all the participants who is joining us today on today's session on Indonesia Care Program, CHSE Handbook and Protocol for Tourism Industries. And we hope that today's session we can broaden our knowledge, especially for implementing the CHSE protocols in our business, and also in order to keep everyone safe during this pandemic. I'm your host, William Kalua, and thank you for having for today's meeting. Bye.
Bye.